Painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt, and poetry is painting that is felt rather than seen. A painter should begin every canvas with a wash of black, because all things in nature are dark except where exposed by the light. Once you have tasted flight, you will forever walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward, for there you have been, and there you will always long to return. Study without desire spoils the memory, and it retains nothing that it takes in. The painter has the universe in his mind and hands. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. I love those who can smile in trouble. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery of oneself. Nothing can be loved or hated unless it is first understood. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so life well used brings happy death. The smallest feline is a masterpiece. Art is never finished, only abandoned. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. The knowledge of all things is possible. Learning never exhausts the mind. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, those who do not see. The deeper the feeling, the greater the pain. The function of muscle is to pull and not to push, except in the case of the genitals and the tongue. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Being willing is not enough. We must do. It is easier to resist at the beginning than at the end. As you cannot do what you want what you can do. I thought I was learning to live. I was only learning to die. The artist sees what others only catch a glimpse of. Life without love is no life at all. Iron rusts from disuse, stagnant water loses its purity, and in cold weather becomes frozen. Even so does inaction sap the vigors of the mind. The time will come when men such as I will look upon the murder of animals as they now look on the murder of men. Where the spirit does not work with the hand, there is no art. Time stays long enough for those who use it. Intellectual passion drives out sensuality. Realize that everything connects to everything else. I have offended God and mankind because my work didn't reach the quality it should have. All our knowledge has its origin in our perceptions. endurance. Water is the driving force in nature. Make your work to be in keeping with your purpose. God sells us all things at the price of labor. Our life is made by the death of others. He who wishes to be rich within a day will be hanged within a year. All sciences are vain and full of errors that are not born of experience, the mother of all knowledge. A poet knows he has achieved perfection not when there is nothing left to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. He who thinks little errs much. Blinding ignorance does mislead us. Oh, wretched mortals, open your eyes. Obstacles cannot crush me. Every obstacle yields to stern resolve. Once you have tasted the taste of sky, you will forever look up. Learn how to see. Realize that everything connects to everything else. He who possesses most must be most afraid of loss. My body will not be a tomb for other creatures. He who does not oppose evil commands it to be done. He who loves practice without theory is like the sailor who boards ship without a rudder and compass and never knows where he may cast. Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. In rivers, the water that you touch is the last of what is past and the first of that which comes. So with present time. Why does the eye see more clearly when asleep than the imagination when awake? Art is the queen of all sciences, communicating knowledge to all the generations of the world. I awoke only to find that the rest of the world was still asleep. The mind that engages in subjects of too great variety becomes confused and weakened. Marriage is like putting your hand into a bag of snakes in the hope of pulling out an eel. Many have made a trade of delusions and false miracles, deceiving the stupid multitudes. Anyone who conducts an argument by appealing to authority is not using his intelligence, he is just using his memory. Details make perfection, and perfection is not a detail. As every divided kingdom falls, so every mind divided between many studies confounds and saps itself. Truly man is the king of beasts, for his brutality exceeds them. We live by the death of others. We are burial places. The painter will produce pictures of little merit if he takes the works of others as his standard. Men of lofty genius, when they are doing the least work, are most active. To develop a complete mind, study the science of art, study the art of science. Learn how to see. Realize that everything connects to everything else. Many have made a trade of delusions and false miracles, deceiving the stupid multitudes. The mind that engages in subjects of too great variety becomes confused and weakened. He who does not punish evil commands it to be done. He is a poor pupil who does not go beyond his master. A well-spent day brings happy sleep. He who truly knows has no occasion to shout. The worst evil which can befall the artist is that his work should appear good in his own eyes. Just as a well-filled day brings blessed sleep, so a well-employed life brings a blessed death. Man has much power of discourse which for the most part is vain and false. Animals have but little, but it is useful and true. And a small truth is better than a great lie. Those who, in debate, appeal to their qualifications, argue from memory, not from understanding. Thanks for watching. Waiting for the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe.